Mr. Tom. Hi. These are our discussions and how it comes up in when you say rap, so with rapping, so you said like rock guys, you want to look like dangerous.
More like you want to look like
a punk?
Yeah.
Okay. So what other things are there? Let's go with. I have some ideas about rock and punk that are different in yours. I'm old. I'm there for middle age, and you're not.
Well,
so let's go with rap. Let's go with rap since we're talking about that.
Well, like there's different types of rap.
Yeah.
Like some of it is like the dangerous stuff or like drugs, and some of it is more of like they're singing about their life.
Okay, so dangerous. Or when you say dangerous, what do you mean by dangerous?
Like guns, killing people.
So when you hear, I'm trying to get some more information from you. So I also hear like hillbillies or country music talking about guns. Is that bad or dangerous with the way they talk about it? How's the difference between like country and rap and how they talk about guns?
Well, I say dangerous because it's not like. Well, I say dangerous instead of bad or illegal because guns are not illegal.
Yeah.
To have or to use. But I say dangerous because guns can be used for many things, such as like homicide.
Yeah.
Or genocide. That's basically the same thing.
Yeah. What's the difference for you? What's the difference between homicide and genocide?
Homicide is basically like you kill like one person, and then genocide is like you kill a whole lot of people.
I'm not completely out here for the homicide, but I'll go with I'll say the genocide is. I'm not going to argue with that at all.
Yeah, and I know that because I like to listen to like all the Undertale games, and there's like three different ends to the game. Like there's mercy, where like you basically are merciful to most of the monsters, and then there's genocide, where you kill all of the monsters.
Okay. And what's the other one?
And then the other one is like you kill some of the monsters and you don't kill some of the monsters, but either way you end up getting killed by Sans, unless you do the mercy.
Okay. So when you talked about rap, so you said dangerous, guns, homicide,
drugs.
Their life.
Yeah.
Like when they sing about their life, like what do they sing about when they sing about their life?
Like how crappy it is.
Oh, what do you mean by how crappy it is?
How crappy it is. Like I know one of Eminem's songs. It was about how his mom was pretty terrible at being a mom.
Yeah. Okay.
So like they kind of sing about, or they rap about their lives and what their life used to be.
Okay. So is there anything else they sing about? Or any other topics they generally rap about, I guess would be the correct wording?
Sometimes it's just like they rap about someone else. Like I know there was one video of Eminem, and he was basically roasting some other rapper because that other rapper didn't really live a crappy life.
Okay.
It's like he had a good family, he had he went to private school, all that.
Oh, so okay. So what do you think made Eminem look down upon the other guy for not living a poor life?
Well, it wasn't exactly he's looking down on him. It's more of like most. It seems like a common trend with rappers is that most of them live poor lives. So it kind of so it's like Eminem was talking about how like his life is so good, and then the rapper decided to just go into the rapping industry and doing all these bad things. While most other rappers, they live in like poor places.
Yeah.
And they lived that lifestyle beforehand, so that's how they continued their lives.
Oh, because once they became famous rapping, they stayed in the same community.
Yeah.
That would be the word I would use. They didn't try to move out of their community.
Yeah.
And when I say community, what does that mean to you when we're talking about?
Well, community, like whenever I think about it, it's like their community is like people who do dangerous things or like do drugs or illegal stuff.
Yeah. So if you're dangerous and you do illegal stuff, what are those usually combined and called?
Criminals.
Or you're committing what?
Crimes.
So yeah, and that's one of the things is so they commit crimes. Some of them do.
Some, not all of them.
Yeah. Like there's a guy I used to work with. He has his own recording studio after moved back home down in the southeast. I don't remember. I think it's Georgia, but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
So at which point? So we talked about like dangerous things, illegal crimes, hanging out. I'll say hanging out with the hobbies, doing that sort of stuff. What other things do they? And so there's a third one. So before I go into this, the only rapper I heard you talk about so far is Eminem. What other rappers do you know?
That's quite literally the only rapper that I've heard of.
That's a very white girl thing answer.
And I only know about Eminem because my friend Isaiah started talking about him.
Okay. So that's not the type, well, yeah, that's not your type of music.
Yeah.
So the third one that a lot of them talk about, and this is a lot of the females, they talk about sex topics.
Mm-hmm.
And having sex and stuff around that.
Yeah.
Which is a third topic, but it also revolves around the one thing you said, their life.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of women now would talk about that.
Yeah.
If almost every single woman rap, there would be a whole lot of people talking about
it. There is a whole lot of people talking about it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm also glad you don't really, that's not your genre. That's why I don't want you listening to that stuff.
Yeah. For some, I kind of feel bad for some of the kids at the middle school because they don't know a lot of the pop bands or the hip hop bands.
Okay. When you say pop band, what do you mean by that?
Imagine Dragons.
And you're thinking like three other groups?
I know Kids Bop would be considered one. Then,
Sure.
Who's that? Don't know who those are.
How do you know the Backstreet Boys, Hannah? People or somebody specific? Okay.
What? Can you see one of these if I didn't have the right position and stuff? Nope.
Maybe you left it downstairs somewhere.
Well, I did this one.
I'll give you Tabitha.
What?
Another one? You know if it's in the singer. So who do you know who are singers? Not necessarily. Want a hint?
Oh wait, there's also band Panic by the Disco. Panic at the Disco.
Okay.
Maria? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's something that started with an M and it was a woman's name. But that might be a different genre. I'm not sure.
Well, I know when you say that, I think of Mariah Carey.
No, because, well, I know it's not Mariah Carey because it's just like the name and then it's in bold letters, like all in like caps.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's all good. Wait. So, you hear there's a singer? He's laughing.
Oh, Taylor Swift?
Could be talking. Even though when I think of her, I think of usually breakup songs. With ex-boyfriend.
It's basically like romance songs, but if they were poorly written, and every time it's just like always about breakups.
But I don't. At which point, I have to say I don't think I could call her songs poorly written. They may not be what I like to listen to, but there's just so many fans. She's doing something right.
Yeah, just genuine. I like some of her songs, but not all of them. And Kids Bop just makes them all worse. That's for sure.
So, like, for me, when I go back, I think of rap because I'm a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
By just reading things, Busta Rhymes. I forget the name of the group, they're from the early 90s. They called what I would call speed rap. Like, they would rap, but it's like 3 times faster than I can talk. They put like, have you heard of Ben Shapiro? He's a guy who does he talks about like politics and talks really fast. They put him in in their songs because they're just so awesome. Tupac, and back in the 80s, there's this group that was called the Fat Boys. Guess what they were?
Fat?
Correct. There's Run DMC. I 50 Cent. Ludacris. I can't remember their names, but basic for me, when I think of rap, is like West Coast rap, East Coast, which would be like mostly up in New York City, and then there's down south. That's like I like to be Atlanta, and that's how I think of it used to be. I don't know what it is anymore because now there's like stuff I don't even want to listen to. I got in trouble when I was listening to Tupac with you guys in the house, and Mom looked at me and was like, "You need to stop." there are swear words in that song. I'm like, but this is awesome. She's like, no, and I'm like, you want your kids saying it? I'm like, I was like, no. I'm like, is this worth the relationship? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Headphones. So. Hey, that's the end of it. Thanks for being here.